I'm Jim Davidson. I've been an artist for a lot of years. I was at school like everybody else. I love to draw pictures, caricatures of my friends. I used to play drawing surfboards and things like that. I worked for a whole lot of surfboard companies in Sydney. I got tons of practice at painting surfboards. I got a lot of practice at drawing things, and there was custom orders, for instance, where people would want a koala painted on their board, or a Porsche, or naked chicks, you know, all that sort of stuff. It was real tough doing the naked chicks because I always had to hire a model. I did some work for the bikers, and the bikers are in touch with, you know, showgirls. They get their bodies painted for postcards. So I ended up the body painter.
I like this middle one.
Oh yeah, she didn't like hair. So you can imagine what she looked like. And she didn't care, you know, she was sort of saying to me, I really don't like hair, you know. Anyway, the result was basically that. That was a Australia Gold Coast. That was a postcard. This little bit here around the cheeks of their arse was pretty funny because I had to paint extra bits in there when they squatted down to see their cheeks spread. It was pretty funny. I had done posters, I had done bits and pieces in magazines. Worked for Surfing Life magazine, Surfing World magazine. I then met the guys who owned the Mango clothing company, which was one of the major ones. Back on that note, with those logo type companies, when we first started, logos didn't exist. I was at the base of that whole let's wear a name brand thing. There's Byron Bay, that's a Mad Dog shop when we designed it. I actually designed all their dog head stuff. Mad Dog was quite a big part of my art career. Everything I did I had to draw, and if I couldn't draw it I'd have to research it in books and in magazines or whatever I could find. There was not an internet, there wasn't digital cameras. I started to meet all the surf movie makers, Jack McCoy, Dick Hoole. I did the Storm Riders poster that introduced me to a whole lot of other people who were involved in the upper end of artwork in the surf industry. The way these develop is I draw them with no thought, right? Just what's floating around up there, and a scribble comes together. But the heart is being twisted up, right? It's really trying to figure out what's going on. It's being balanced and pushed around by these hands. You see they're connected, they're pushing and pulling it, and you know, it could actually die. The death flies are around it. You know, they're swarming, and you can see its life sort of, you know, fading away. She didn't care, and she go walking down the street singing, in order to deal with her, you have to be a reasonable sort of a samurai, and in the end, really, most fellas would end up, I could get into big trouble for this. I'd rather just go surfing. What are you looking at?